Hey everybody, I'm Paul,
I'm Charlene.
and we're here to give you a wrap up of the month of June in paddleball. We had a very exciting month, great start to the summer season of 2024, and we started it on June 1st with the
Bethpage Long Island Heat Tournament.
yes, which was run right here by Charlene. Uh, Turned out to be an incredibly beautiful day. We
It
had
was spectacular.
we had a great turnout, an incredibly good turnout. Right, we had 64 men and
32 women.
right, so full brackets for both. And then we actually had two other guys fill in, myself and George, fill in to have a total of 98 people participate in this tournament.
Largest amount of entries in any of my Bethpage tournaments. So,
Yeah, so that
congratulations to everybody that participated, and thank you for making it such a successful event.
yeah, it turned out to be a great. We had a lot of great games. The tournament, as most of you know, is a out of the hat. So I think a lot of people look forward to it. So you get if you're a C player, let's say, or a B player, you get a chance to play with an A or even a pro. I mean, it's pretty exciting. I know Tim from who plays with us at Marathon got a
He
chance.
was one of our late entries. He got in as a somebody canceled, so he came in, and Evan actually was a late entry, and both of them did very well. Tim made it to the quarters, and Evan won in the drop down division.
Yeah.
So congratulations to both of them.
And again, like I was going to say, is that Tim got a chance to play with Robert Sostra,
Yes,
which
yes.
I know Robert will give a lot of people games, which is great, but like in a tournament to play with I consider the best player to ever play paddleball. Um, it's actually like a thrill. And so Tim was excited, nervous, but I think he held his own.
He
Uh,
did. Tim played great.
yeah, so it was exciting. So we had the finals was Dave Blatt and Erica over Rob and Liz
Liz Force.
Foss. So that was a good game. And second, then we had third place. We had Sully and Al from Bay Eighth, and then fourth place Bernice and Sean Jackson. So and then the drop down, like Charlene just mentioned, we had Willie and Evan win over John Rondon and Chris
Chris
Perez.
Perez.
So
And John and Chris were first timers in our tournament.
yeah,
So it was nice to see them come into a position.
yeah, and they both those guys played. John and Chris played
Excellent.
really, really good. I mean, they played a couple of tough games in the
Yeah,
drop
the
down.
drop down, they
Was
had a
no
lot of
joke.
good players in the drop down. The better
Very
players
good.
that got knocked out in the first round stayed for the drop down. So
Yeah.
we encourage people to stay and take a chance and see how far they can go in the drop down.
Yeah,
And certainly some incredible games as well.
yeah, and in the girls division, we had Angie and Liz DeSalvo beat Miriam and Violetta.
Those are four great four great
Right.
players.
Miriam, Angie. I mean, come on,
Terrific,
great
terrific.
players, right? Very good. And Liz DeSalvo, who was won this year's female Paul Port MVP, and the reason she gets it, my opinion is that she's a champion.
She is. Liz
She
is a champion.
she
Great
plays
player.
she plays hard all the time. She doesn't back down from anyone. She'll play with anyone, and she's a delight. She's the sweetest person.
She really
Right?
is. She hustles. She gets the shots. She's got quick hands, great shot selections. So
Yeah,
she's
but,
awesome to play with.
as sweet as she
Very
is,
unassuming. Very
yeah,
unassuming.
as sweet as she is, look out for those shots to the
Yeah,
left
she'll
corner.
burn you. She will burn you.
Yep, she's not that
Great
friendly.
player. No, she's not. She's competitive. Very competitive.
But yeah, so we also had a lot of great games.
What about this game right here?
So yeah, I'm going to mention Charlene and Charlie playing against Sully and Sean Jackson. That was a really good game.
That was a fun game. That was a lot of fun.
Sean Jackson's a lot of fun to watch.
Yes.
This kid's, yeah, he's got a lot of talent. It's a lot of fun to watch. And Charlie, Charlie's, I say no joke. He can beat
Charlie,
anybody
yeah.
any given time. He's very good. And Charlie, as you know,
it was a lot of fun playing that game. And Charlie, thank you for playing with me. You played great.
Yeah, so that was, like I said, great turnout, a lot of good food. We had a lot of people come down and just watch. I would have to say over
They had to be,
130 people, 140 people.
Oh, without a doubt, there were definitely that many people there.
Yeah,
in attendance.
And a huge thank you to Willie for painting the courts.
Yeah.
I mean, he does that on his own time and dime.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is insane. But he's
Thank you to all our
yeah.
sponsors and State Farm with Jules, and
Yep.
there were quite a few sponsors at our tournament. I'm not going to go down the list because we covered that in our website page. We went
Yep.
down all that. But
Yep.
thank you to everybody that attended, that participated, and congrats to all the winners
Yep.
and our sponsors. Thank you again, everyone.
Yep. It's a huge success, and hopefully next year is just as good. It'll be hard to keep it up, but we'll
We're
give it a
gonna,
shot.
well, do our
And then
best.
another great tournament was the one held by the PFA in mid-June, and that was held at Marine Park.
Marine Park in Brooklyn. Beautiful weather, beautiful park. Definitely one of my faves. That park is beautiful. And the PFA put together their annual small ball open doubles, and also incredible games. I mean, that were all videotaped on YouTube by Paul Port and John Lombardi. And I think, did Bay have a camera up for that tournament?
I believe it did.
I think Bay videotaped, Paddleball United videotaped, and also David Blatt on YouTube, David Talica videos. So quite a few YouTube channels to check out those games.
Yeah, and the format also was you had men's doubles, and there were 3 women that actually played in it, and that was Erica,
Great playing.
Karen, and Charlene. 3, in my
We
opinion.
battled. We battled. We hung in there.
All 3 of them.
Thank you,
played
Alan,
great.
for playing with me. A lot of fun.
Yeah, all 3 ladies.
Thanks for the pickup games,
Awesome.
Mark. A lot of fun too.
Yeah, and so they also had, like I said, men's doubles and singles, small ball singles, which is not easy to play.
No.
Especially when you get older. That ball just moves a lot
You
faster
have to
than
have
your
like
body can.
sick reflexes to play that. So, and the ball's moving so much faster than in Big Blue, but definitely super exciting. I love small ball still, and it's fun to play, and we were happy to participate. And let's go over the winners with that.
Yeah, so real quick, the winners in the small, in the doubles, it was Dave Blatt and Greg. I think they call themselves the Spartans or something.
The Spartans.
They beat Will the Warrior and Mark Villarico. Mark Villarico, was nice to see Mark playing in a tournament. We haven't seen him in a couple of years in a tournament.
And Mark only plays small ball, so
yeah,
it's a treat to get to see him, competing on a different platform, on a bigger platform. Actually, he doesn't play in tournaments that much anymore, so it was nice to see him out there.
Yeah, and then the singles, we had Will the Warrior again. He played in the finals against Richie Miller. He ended up taking that one. But I think my MVP as far as the singles was Richie Miller.
Definitely Richie Miller.
It's just,
it was serve and kill for Richie.
Yeah, just
he was on a mission.
He put on a show.
He really did.
His low serve was something just
spot on.
Yeah, you can only giggle watching it. I'm like, where's he going? You don't know where he's going.
No, such incredible eye-hand coordination by Richie. By
the
power.
Yeah. Just a lot of fun to watch.
We've seen Richie for many, many years playing small ball, but just watching him get out there and do his thing is just an incredible experience to be a part of. So it was really nice to see that game as well. That's a David Blatt and Richie Miller singles game. Check that one out too. That was great.
So another great game was Sean and Alex versus Urkel and John. That was.
I sat and watched that game. I was a little verbal on the video, but it was very entertaining. A real nail biter.
That might have been the game of the tournament.
That was my favorite by a long shot. It really was.
Another great game in the singles, and there was a lot of them. Just off the top of my head would be Sean and Rob. So Street, mosquitoes here, but that was a great game. Watching Sean's athleticism versus Rob's just overall skill and talent. It's a lot of fun to watch.
That was
and that's small ball too. It just again, there's a lot of fun to watch, and a great job by Mike Melendez and crew to make sure everything ran smoothly. It ran really smoothly.
It did. It was a great tournament. It was really fun to be a part of that event as well.
Yeah. And then we wrapped up the month of June with the AF tournament, which was run by Liz Cologne and AF, of course. AF. And that was
And Mike Waters also. Let's just mention Mike for a second. Mike was present at all these events. So
he is the one constant. Yes, definitely. And we love Mike. And without him, we'd be in
trot
trouble.
Master.
Yeah. The AF tournament was a 2-day event. Day 1 was at the Rockaways.
Beach Night.
Right, and day 2 was at...
It was in Malba, Queens, which is right under the Whitestone Bridge, a beautiful, beautiful park, Francis Lewis Park. And we were lucky because it did rain, but it did not impact finishing any of these games. And it was just a slight delay just until it stopped because it was a little windy. But it was a great location and definitely...
the right call.
Right call. Brilliant idea to have it under the bridge. So thank you for making that decision so we could all finish this out, and well worth the
Yeah, so the AF tournament had a lot of things going on. I mean, a lot. You had the singles going on, you had the mixed doubles, you had the men's, you had the women's. So it was a lot of events going on at once. And
All the finals were on Sunday.
yeah, so again, it was really a lot of good games uh, in the finals. For the singles, we didn't actually get a finals game, but Willie Wheels was supposed to play Rob Sostry, and Rob kind of nursing some injuries and had said that he committed to Kathy and he wanted to give everything he could to Kathy and not risk getting hurt in the singles. But I'm sure we'll see Rob against Willie sometime soon.
I'm sure.
Those guys are great, and and again with the as Rob did give Kathy everything he got and everything he had, I should say, and they played against Greg and Ariana.
Great game.
Great game, and again, Greg and Ariana took it, but Rob and Kathy show why they're champions because I mean they won a game against Paul and Janelle, which one of the best games of the
It
day.
really was.
Janelle played amazing.
Janelle was lights out.
Yeah, just amazing.
Janelle probably the best I've ever seen her play. Well, Janelle's really an incredible player to begin with, but I mean in this mixed doubles tournament, she played off the charts, incredible.
And
So,
she got Rob it a couple of times,
she
which
really did. She played
most
awesome.
of us know is almost impossible to do.
Yes, yes.
So so good for Janelle. She played great.
She did.
And then in the men's finals, we had Ben and Ryan. They beat Danny and Steve the Greek. Uh, again, great games, great talent.
Game.
Ryan, I think, my personally for me is the most fun guy to watch. Well,
really.
Just so
the
many
shots,
different
the
shots.
shots, just magical, just
Yeah.
magical. I mean, you don't even know what he's gonna pull. He's like a magician. You don't know what tricks he's gonna pull out of his hat next. I mean, these shots are just amazing to watch, and just the quick reflexes and his shot selections are just incredible. There's no other word for it.
And then in the women's, we had a rematch of the Florida finals with Erica and Kathy versus Angie and Ariana. So
Angie and Ariana actually took this one.
Yeah.
Also another tremendous game by the ladies, and definitely a must-see game. So
yeah, that was a great game.
All
great
wonderful
game.
shot selections, all wonderful gets, anticipation, run down shots. I mean, just on the floor dives, crazy. They all played really amazing. The women played incredible.
Yeah, and one of the nice things I thought the AF tournament, we got to see Lefty Nelson, come into play.
Nelson came in from the Carolinas. Also, Bernice was in from out of town, and Brenda as well. So and Myra. A lot of people travel to come to these tournaments, and
that's a long way to travel.
It's a long way to travel.
And even at the PFA tournament, we had a guy come in from Spain.
From Spain.
So yeah, that's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, the Floridians came up for the tournament. Iggy was up from Florida too. He was playing with Alex.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see people travel. They really love attending these events and battling and just being a part of paddleball history.
Yeah. And then we had a lot of great games in this AF tournament too. We mentioned Nelson before. Nelson and the Warrior versus Bay and Robert. That was a great game. Another great game was Bay and Robert versus Danny and Steve the Greek.
Right.
That one was a real marathon of a game. That was
they came back. They climbed.
5 minutes or so. That was
unbelievable.
Great game. Another exciting mixed doubles games was Sully and Dave versus Brian and Liz Foss.
Another great game.
That was a nail biter.
I would say the most entertaining game for the women was Melissa Sky and Sully versus Karen and Anita.
Yes.
That was on the backcourts. That was by far the most entertaining game of the day for me. I loved it.
Yeah, they got the loudest cheers.
Yes, they did.
That was great.
That was a fun game to watch.
Another great game was Ariana and Greg versus Angie and Ryan.
Yes, that was
also exciting.
Very exciting game.
Yeah, it was a great game. Great game. Another game. We had mentioned Kathy and Rob versus Paul and Janelle. Yeah, that was a great game. We mentioned that one, but yeah. So.
And I also thought another great game was the mother-daughter, Liz DeSalvo and Samantha DeSalvo versus Miriam and Jasmine. That was two nail biters. They even went point game on the second game. So certainly a must-see game as well.
Yeah, that was on Paddleball United.
Paddleball United filmed that game, and I think that was on a live feed. So go on Paddleball United if you want to see that game.
Yeah.
Also a great game.
Yeah, a lot of great games recorded by Paddleball United. Dave Blatt, John Lombardi, Paul Port. So a lot of games that are still available. He didn't get to And sometimes when you're at the tournament yourself and you're on the court, so you can't see all these games, so
Right.
you can watch the games and just go over it, and it's a lot of fun.
And there were newbies also, some handball players that participated in the AF Pro Series as well as in my tournament, and also some newcomers from out in Suffolk County that we didn't even know played big ball that signed up for my event.
Yeah,
But we're so
that's good.
grateful for all the
Very good.
handball players that are transitioning over and playing, and female handball players that are now have adopted paddleball as their one wall permanent sport, and also the men that play both, and some of them that are completely committed to paddleball.
Yeah, yeah, they're great. I also want to mention real quick Steve Roper. He was the Paul Port male MVP. Steve has got a big heart, big smile, big spike.
Big Spike.
So he's a he's a great guy, and the main reason I give it to him is just he's one of these guys who will play with anyone, against anyone. He's at every park. He'll travel anywhere. He's never you know, something stopping him from going. And what I love the most is that he'll play with all the newbies, and he is always offering advice, giving tips and stuff. And he's very patient. A lot of times, he doesn't have a problem losing a game while trying to teach someone how to play, which is great, because that's how you get new players.
That's right.
You teach them and you encourage them and get new people to play. That's how you grow
That's how you
this
grow the
sport.
sport.
Just we need more people like Steve. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, like Sheldon said before, all the sponsors, all the people that ref games during these three big tournaments. So again, without you guys refing, games last forever. We don't even get these games in. And of course, like Charlie mentioned before, Mike Waters. Uh,
There's a new law.
there's a new law. We at the new courts, which are the Liz Cologne courts. We named the marathon courts the Liz Cologne courts for everything she's done for this game. She's just incredible, right? A big heart, and Liz, just everything she does, she get always. She's gone from doing the Hall of Fame dinners to doing AF tournament in Florida,
The
AF
Simone
tournament
tournament.
here, the Simone tournament. She gives everything. So and she's present at all these big tournaments. So again, we felt like and if you don't know, Liz is actually moving to Florida, and that's the main reason we named these courts the Liz Cologne courts, because we're always going to think of her when we're at that park.
Right.
It's not won't be the same without her.
Nope.
It really won't. And it's kind of we don't even want to think about it because it'll brings us a little tear. It makes us teary eyed. But yeah, so we're gonna miss Liz Cologne big time. And so Charlie was saying the new law, Mike Waters, is that Mike Waters, anytime you come to the Liz Cologne courts, doesn't have to wait. He's
He'll always
automatically
have
got
next. He'll always have
because
next.
for all he does, there's no reason this guy has to sit there and wait two
No.
or three games. Um, and Mike, he doesn't play in any of these tournaments because without him they don't run. So let's give back to Mike. So again, thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Liz, and thank you, Charlene, for everything you do for paddleball. It's incredible. Just keeping the sport alive, and that's what we want to keep doing. And the month of June was a great month. I think a huge success. And
Excellent month.
July we got July's got a lot to do to live up to June. But we have a tournament coming up on July 20th, and that's the PFA men's.
Men's and women's doubles at Juniper Valley Park
Yeah.
in Middle Village.
And that's run by Mike Melendez and the PFA.
Kathy and Mitch and everybody under the PFA
Dave,
umbrella.
Dave Siegel.
David Siegel, yes.
And Mike
I
Waters,
think
of course.
I think Ramon Garcia now is.
Oh, okay.
I think he's part of that
Awesome.
committee as well.
And
Yeah.
again, thank you for the PFA for all you do.
Yes.
Keeping the sport alive. And they still do the kids clinics, and that's important. That's very important. Get the youth in, and just keep spreading the word. Keep playing.
What other tournaments are being held in July?
July, I think we also have Jasmine as
The
a
B tournament.
Yeah, on July 27th.
Where is that going to be held?
Then I'm not sure, but we'll have to check on the Mike Waters page.
Mike Waters hosts. He has the PFA listing of tournaments, and also Mike Waters, Niaz News. He has all the tournament dates and where they're being held.
Yep.
And I put it on my page too. Once as we'll
Yeah,
continue to advertise.
Again, if anybody's watching and they want to advertise their game, their Tuesday night game, Wednesday night, Thursday night, whatever game you guys have in a park, and you want to invite people, just put it out there. We'll spread the word. Keep this game alive.
We'd like to also say thank you to Bay 8 for their big barbecue, their
Oh
annual
yeah, how could I
barbecue.
forget?
Thank you so much to
Yes,
everybody.
yeah,
Um,
it was
Greg for
correct.
barbecuing and
Yes,
just the spread that it's like
yeah, it was insane. It's
incredible.
like a wedding.
All the hospitality and just wonderful people down at Bay 8. They always make you feel like family when you go down there. Thank you again for that beautiful
Yeah,
barbecue. We really appreciate the
yeah,
invitation and the great games and the laughs. It's just over
yeah.
the top. And also John at Gourmet Grill for
Yes, being a great host.
great host. And
And
Erica, thank you so much for
yeah,
having us at your restaurant. And we definitely will be going back there again. You
yeah,
guys are the best and you treat everybody like family and just unbelievable. Thank you so much.
yeah,
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We had a wonderful time.
yes. Thank you, and hopefully we'll see you at the park real soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Bye bye.